finally, episode 4 of Pretend Radio. It's been a while, but we're back. And for the 4 truck drivers out there who actually listen to us, we're not going anywhere, so just keep on driving.
This is probably going to affect humanity for the rest of human existence.
Most likely. But you can check us out online, facebook.com/pretendradio. And also, we're on fucking iTunes.
Hooray!
If you're wondering what that noise is, that is my co-host Frank, who is eating a cracker. Now, normally you're not supposed to eat on the radio, but this is Pretend Radio.
It's a fairly large cracker.
So we don't really follow the rules of normal radio. But
Crackers eating crackers.
Crackers eating crackers, that's right. So what's going on, Frank?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm excited to talk about Titanic 2.
Oh yeah, Titanic 2 is...
The review.
That was quite a movie. A cinematic masterpiece, if you will. We tried to do one last week, but due to the fact that we're not professional and we have no time management skills.
Yeah, we were over at Trevor's playing video games for a while.
Yeah, that's what was so important.
And then I had to go eat dinner.
And it just didn't work out. So, for the Cross Crees and the other 2 guys that listen to us, this episode is dedicated to you guys.
Thank you, Will Clancy and Justin Watson. Special shout out.
We appreciate it. All right, let's cut this bullshit.
What is this? Yellow Magic?
No, it's a Frenchman by the name of Sebastien Leger.
Maybe he has some Yellow Magic ties or roots.
Perhaps. The song is called Venus, is off the album Planets. It's pretty cool because each song is a different planet in the solar system. So it's kind of a concept album.
Oh, that's
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. But Titanic 2. What a movie.
Yeah. Wow.
First of all, let's I think the people need to know the people behind this production. The Asylum.
Yeah, Asylum Productions.
That is...
We went and did a full research, which means we went on Wikipedia.
Yeah, of course. Actually, I have the page open right here.
Very good.
Basically, anytime a real movie comes out, they will release a low-budget sci-fi knockoff of it.
There's got to be some sort of money in it. I don't see how, but, I mean, why would they... How could they produce so much? They must... I don't know.
We're talking about it.
Well, the thing is, I guess it's just so cheap, and their buyers, like, they just jack up the price.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They hire no-name actors, so, they don't have to pay for any of that shit. Oh, my. The show's gone off the rails.
It's called showmanship.
Showmanship.
Where you take the microphone and you sing into it. You grab it.
You dip it like a broad. You're dancing.
That's right.
So, just for example, when Freddy vs. Jason came out, the Asylum released... What the fuck? My computer is malfunctioning.
That's not the name of the movie.
No, it's not. Oh, no. It was called Vampires vs. Zombies. Which I haven't seen that one.
I imagine it wouldn't work out too well, seeing how, vampires like to drink blood and zombies are all coagulated inside.
Yeah. But I mean, they're both dead, There's no, I don't know, it doesn't seem like, first of all, it doesn't seem like a fair matchup.
Yeah.
No.
Well, humans must be somewhere in there.
I would imagine so.
In Asylum Productions, there has to be a love interest and and they have to eventually fall in love, like, resistant at first, but then, emotions overcome.
Yeah. King Kong,
Peter Jackson film?
Yeah. I never saw it. I've heard mixed reviews.
It was alright.
I heard it's like 3 fucking hours long.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if I have time to watch.
I know Jack Black was in it, and that's what made it awesome.
Really? Sometimes I like him, and sometimes I can't stand the motherfucker. So King Kong came out, and then Asylum released King of the Lost World. Haven't seen this. I think weekly we should do a review of these movies.
All the Asylum... No, that'd be giving these guys too much credit.
Well,
I do not. I personally don't respect what they do. And
I think it's fantastic.
I am offended as an avid movie watcher. Like they're completely unoriginal and they're just about making profits.
The American way.
I don't respect it. I don't condone it. The only reason why we're reviewing Titanic 2 is to make fun of it
Mm.
because it's a shitty movie.
Oh, it was an abomination, but fantastic at the same time.
Yeah,
Um,
I guess so.
so just to catch
I retract
everyone
my
up,
statement.
to catch everyone up, the plot of Titanic 2 is 100 years later. It's the 100th anniversary. They built the Titanic 2,
The SS Titanic.
and it's doing the same path, same course that Titanic went on because they didn't learn the first time.
Of course, they rushed it.
Of course,
to meet the deadline.
But this ship is unsinkable. You cannot sink it.
Yeah,
Not gonna happen. Not again.
the lifeboats in there. That was the real.
Oh, that was
That was
awesome.
pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to find some pictures and just.
They're like tiny submarines that come out the bottom.
They are. It's almost like. It looked kind of like almost like a submarine meets like a flying saucer, but it didn't totally submerge.
Yeah.
It was just halfway in the water, which didn't really make any sense. It was like this aquatic space capsule. But so, 100 years later, they set sail. Was it Greenland? I think that's where it was.
It was.
Was it Iceland? No, it had to be Greenland, right?
I don't know.
We don't
No,
need-
that's where the iceberg.
Yeah,
came
yeah,
from.
that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah, it's Greenland.
So, there is a massive earthquake, a giant piece of an ice shelf falls into the water, creating a tsunami.
Yeah.
And what the tsunami is doing is it's hurling the icebergs towards the Titanic too. And, as we all know, oh boy, why isn't it? Just when I think I have my shit together.
Hey, do you have that footage where the guy is like, he's like there 1 second and the crack comes through the ice and just like sucks him through?
No, but I could cut that and post it.
Oh man.
I'll have to do that. It's hysterical. Just the lack of money that these people spent on their effects, and almost the whole movie is CGI
Yeah.
in some way or other. But I think this is probably one of the best lines in the movie.
Here it
And
comes.
it's not working. Well, that was a
We
disappointment.
can reenact it.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say, Devin? And I'll try to remember.
Looks like history is repeating itself. It just sums
Well,
it up
I'll
right
say.
there. I'd be really bummed if I spent a good half hour just cutting this audio.
Hmm.
I'd be so mad if none of it worked. I don't know what happened.
Well, if you did them all the same way, then
Well, let's there's also a love interest in Titanic. Well, I mean, what would a Titanic movie be without a love interest?
yeah.
So-
Well, he didn't stand up on the railing and said, "I'm the king of the world," which I'm sure there would be some lawsuits
Yeah,
about
they-
that one.
Perhaps they got sued. But here's the love interest. I think this really sets up, what this movie's about.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Are they supposed
Admiring
to?
your masterpiece?
I can't tell if this is recording
Yeah,
or
it
not.
was, as a matter of fact.
Aren't you going to be late for your party?
That's my ship. I figured they'd wait for
We're
me.
good. Phew.
Besides, I kind of like to make a late entrance.
And the guy talking right now is supposed to be the douchebag guy. Lots
You
of
know,
money.
I called you.
Yeah. It only took you 6 months.
Oh.
Well, your father punched me in the nose. What'd you expect?
He caught you joyriding on his boat at 2 a.m. I think he had a right.
Still a daddy's girl, huh?
Oh,
Ya
look who's
bitch.
talking.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's
I didn't mean it. I was really sorry to hear about your dad. I know how close you were.
Don't mention it.
So, it looks like he left you in charge.
This is the most
CEO of
dull
Walsh Industries.
conversation ever.
I always thought you'd end up in the Coast Guard.
Just like the rest of this piece of shit movie.
Yeah, well, when you're
Yeah.
offered the keys to an empire, it's kind of hard to say no.
Just turn it off. Just turn it off. I can't.
Well, we have a minute and a half
Still got
left.
the, earring ticket.
Yeah. Well, I have a lot of earrings, so.
Yeah, well, I like those.
Mayday, Mayday, this is the SS Titanic II calling the United States Coast Guard. Mayday, I say again, this is the SS Titanic II requiring immediate assistance.
There's only 2 actors in the Coast Guard.
Yeah. An old man and some uppity bitch.
Sir, we've experienced an iceberg collision. We need immediate assistance.
Captain, I think we have another problem.
And that's Titanic too.
Yeah, that's that in a nutshell.
Pretty much in a nutshell. Oh man. So, how many stars would you give that movie?
What's bad? What's like really bad?
Like
Can you give it a quarter of a star?
You could give it 0 stars if you really wanted to.
Oh, that's the one I want.
You're gonna go with 0?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with 2 just for the pure entertainment of it. I mean, it was entertaining. You have to give it that much.
Yeah, I did laugh. All right, I'll give it 1.
You give it 1. See, it's not all bad.
All right.
Are we gonna go through with the Terminators?
The
Not Terminator
Terminators?
Salvation.
No.
Terminators.
When Terminator Salvation came out, Asylum Productions decided to come out with Terminators.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, since you
I have a
rented
copy of it.
Yeah, if you have a copy of it, we'll watch it. We'll review it.
We'll have to get nice and boozed up for that one.
At least you're pirating their DVDs and stuff.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, it's a good thing though.
You know, knowing a company like that, they'd be the most spiteful, and they would probably sue you in a heartbeat. You know,
Yeah, you're right.
even though they're just ripping off everyone else.
Yeah, they're evil. But I mean, what do you got?
Mm,
What are they gonna sue you for? Your
they're gonna take away this
your
podcast.
Creature of the Black Lagoon.
I don't even know where
clock?
that is. Oh, my clock. Yes, that doesn't work, and it's a bit rusty. But you know, they'll take everything. They will take everything. Let's see what else is going on. You know, I've been watching the Rambo series. I've never seen them before.
You seen the first one?
Yeah, I watched
First Blood?
First Blood, and then I just watched First Blood Part 2.
I've only shouldn't it be Second Blood?
No, it's First Blood Part 2.
I've only seen the First Blood.
Which yeah, if you think about it, it's not First Blood.
Mm-mm.
If he's doing it again,
Yeah,
it'd be Second Blood. But it's First Blood Part 2.
it's confusing.
You know what's even more confusing? So you have, I think it's Rambo Part 3. I don't think they call it First Blood Part 3, because I think that they kind of figured out. It's a little redundant at that point.
Yeah.
But then the fourth one is just called Rambo. So you would think Rambo would be the first one. Then you have First Blood, and then Rambo First Blood Part 2 and 3. But no, that's not how it works.
It should just be First Blood, Second Blood, Third Blood, Fourth Blood. How many are there? 8?
No, there's 4 out, and I read that Sylvester Stallone is writing a 5th one.
Are you kidding me? How old is he?
Late 60s? Or
Yeah,
mid 60s?
He would be still. That's when people are really caught up in things.
Yeah. I mean, what else does he have to do at this point? He can just write stupid fucking movies. You know he has a brother? Frank Stallone?
Really? Like me?
Uh-huh. Old Frank Stallone. God. Yeah. So, did you see part 2?
Huh?
Have you seen First Blood Part 2?
No, I told you.
I wasn't listening.
I only seen the first one.
Well, at the very end, you hear this song.
That's hot.
This is the end credits to the second one.
Is he walking down a highway trying to hitchhike it? To the
No. He's in Thailand at this point. And you know who this is?
Is this
Little Frank Stallone.
really?
Yeah.
This is his brother?
Uh-huh. And you know what probably happened? I could just see Sylvester Stallone's mom just be like, just put your brother in a movie, please. You know, he won't get off the couch in the basement. He's just writing this shitty music. Just put him in the movie. You know, just so he might get some motivation and get the fuck out of my house.
And
He's 35 years old.
and Stallone's like,
Probably.
huh?
Nic nie jest skończone, nic. Co tobie przynosi szczęście?
Oh, it has this weird German dub in the stupid version I got.
What? There's German?
Yeah. I ripped it from YouTube and I didn't realize that halfway through. It's like some German guy talking. I don't know why he's talking.
Maybe he's a huge Stallone fan.
Maybe.
Stallone.
Here's the chorus, man. It's coming. That's a nice hook right there.
That's good. That's where you pull people in. Hook and sinker.
And the music video is hilarious. I'll have to post it, but it's him in Frank Stallone in a cemetery of I don't know, one of the like national ones where it's just like a million dead soldier graves. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
wow.
Like Arlington or something. But
Wait, Arlington, like Arlington here?
no, like Arlington National Cemetery. I forget where it is.
We have an Arlington part of Jacksonville.
Uh huh. I don't know if I've ever been there. I don't really want to go there. But it's him, and he's singing, you know, in this cemetery, and then it cuts to like clips of Rambo, and then it'll cut to like real soldiers like coming home, and everyone's hugging. And
Yeah,
it's quite a touching song, really.
but I thought when they came home they didn't get a parade.
Oh man, I should have clipped the audio, but at the end of First Blood Part 2, I mean, if you haven't seen it, I hate to break it to you, Frank, but it really shows what a shitty actor Sylvester Stallone is. Because the colonel, I don't know, is basically like his boss in the army. Rambo's walking away, and he's just like, what do you want? And he's just like, I just want my country to love us as much as we love it. And he just walks away, and then it's a still frame, and then that song comes on. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh.
What kind of accent is that? Like, what part of our country is he from?
I
That's
imagine
what I want to know.
north. I don't know. He just has like a mush mouth. Man. So I'm gonna watch part 3.
It must be an Alaskan accent.
Maybe. No, that'd be like Sarah Palin.
Don't be afraid to criticize Sarah Palin.
So, what is new in the world?
In the world?
In the world.
I don't know. I don't really get much out much. Bubble. Is this Fox News?
I don't know.
Is this the Fox News theme?
It's something.
It sounds like it.
So-
Maybe if there were like more bullets, like you hear bullets like pew pew pew.
Our big story on Fox 6 News at 9 tonight. We're hearing
Yeah, that's
from
the
new
bullet sound.
victims of a state fair mob attack.
Yeah, victims who called 911 that night. The tapes were just released a few hours ago. Our Henry Rossoff has...
It's funny because 911 calls are one of the few times it's acceptable to swear on the phone. You know, unless I'm talking to you, any conversation I'm having, I can't swear.
Oh fuck! His brains are everywhere.
At the state fairgrounds with a terrifying voice of Henry.
And those 911 calls describe at times a racially charged conflict. So we also spoke with someone who could put that part of the story in perspective. The riots at State Fair weren't the only sounds heard on and outside the grounds Thursday night.
911 emergency.
Newly released Milwaukee County Sheriff emergency calls document the dozens of injuries and arrests on day one of the fair.
They pounding all the cars, stepping out of cars. They just opened the door and pounded my friend in the face.
My mom just got like attacked by a flash mob and her eye is like bleeding. Bleeding all over.
Most of the callers tell dispatchers they see a racially motivated melee.
Black dudes that just jumped me. I'm bleeding all
What?
over.
There's a black on white fight in the middle of the street.
We saw black guys get out of a car with a gun, and they're going around jumping people. We need some cops out here.
It had to have been absolutely terrifying.
Is it me or did that last guy sound a little too calm?
And he was probably on top of the Ferris wheel.
I was like,
he was looking down on the crowd. So he's not gonna be too afraid.
I mean, I think I would be a little more. I'd show a little more emotion, or maybe this guy's just like a hardened badass, and
he's probably a veteran.
Probably. But I would be panicking. I would not do well in that in street warfare.
Oh, come on, Devin. I can see you with the red bandana, and just torn off of your red trousers or whatever and wrapped around your forehead. Run around with an Uzi.
I couldn't do it.
Take your lip ring out.
I'd be terrified.
Throw your lip ring like a ninja star. Ugh. And somebody die.
They'd probably rip that thing on my lip.
It would really inconvenience somebody.
What the fuck happened? And there's really no excuse.
This guy's voice is
Arnold Michaels
atrocious.
Understands all too well the hate-driven mob mentality as a former leader of Milwaukee's White Power movement more than 20 years ago.
When I was that age, I made these kids look like Boy Scouts. I routinely attack people because of the color of their skin.
These days, Michaels helps young people and anyone
He's
who
an
will listen
ex-Nazi.
understand and stop violence.
Hate and violence begets hate and violence.
Why can't we all just get
tough
along?
talk and more anger will only make a repeat of Thursday night more likely.
If anyone is truly disturbed by this kind of incident, the most effective response they can make is to bring as much kindness and respect into their day-to-day life as they possibly can.
The goal is to once again replace these sounds.
Don't come back.
What?
You need to get the riot squad over there and haul mother to jail.
With more familiar ones at the fair.
And it's perfectly okay.
Sir, we are sending the riot squad.
We've
Can
also
Can
requested
we end
all
our
the
show with that song?
And we will put them in motherfucking jail. So, it's a race war out there. Didn't you experience a race war?
Well,
On a much smaller scale, perhaps.
yeah, I wasn't no part of it.
I mean, if you can't talk about it too much in detail, just besides what you were doing there, you just.
I was in Palaca High. I responded to them when some redneck guy opened up a can of pepper spray on all these young African Americans in the school hallways. We had 20 patients or 28, something like that. It was crazy.
Yeah, things are going great.
Why can't people just get along?
I don't know.
I'm so
See, I think people, they're just angry inside.
Mm-hmm.
And lonely and scared. And they just need to...
My advice to you, start drinking heavily.
You need to listen to that guy. He's pre-med.
I actually cut that out. You recognize that sound clip?
Yeah, man. Animal House.
Nice.
Who
Frank's 1 for 90 now.
Yeah, here we are.
So we have Race Wars, Wisconsin. I heard Philadelphia also, well, I don't know if I should say also, but they enacted a 9 p.m. curfew because they're worried about flash mobs.
Flash mobs?
Yeah. You know,
that's sort of like flash dancers, right?
Yeah, well,
Where
I think...
they all have trench coats, and then all of a sudden they whip out, and they're all in black, and they start choreographed dancing, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, they have that show, Flash Mobs, and they took it and made it nice and safe.
What do you mean?
There was a TV show, and it had that OCD fuck.
Monk?
Fuck.
Monk, though. Right?
No, it's like a reality show.
Who's
Shut up, you.
Who's that? Who's the OCD guy?
Howie Mandel. You know, he's on that one show, the bald guy. He was on with the suitcases. What the fuck is that show?
Howie?
Howie Mandel.
Oh, are you talking about Deal or No Deal?
Yeah, he was on that show. The bald guy from that. I couldn't think of it.
Howie Mandel.
But he was on that.
Holy Santa Claus shit.
But he was on his Flash Mob show. It was a reality show where, like, one... Jesus Christ, Frank. There's chaos in the studio.
No, it's getting angry.
All right, you're going to have to take this over.
Well, grab me a towel or something. My beer just got angry with me because I knocked it over. It's really temperamental.
It's fucking amateur hour. So, what the fuck was I talking about?
I don't know, man. I was trying to build a sculpture over here.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
No, so the Flash... I like how no one can see what's going on. Frank
it's one of those jokes.
Frank knocked over a beer, and it's all foaming up. And now he has his palm over the opening of the bottle. And anytime he lets it go, since there's so much pressure in there, it's just squirting out. You know, it's like a big old super soaker. All right, it's finally done.
Yeah.
Maybe now...
I lost a lot of my beer, though.
Maybe now we can continue with the show like we intended.
All right.
You all right, Frank?
What were we talking about? Howie Mandel? I don't even care anymore. Do we have any more beer?
I think there's one more in there.
Mind if I grab it since I lost my... Well, a quarter of mine.
Sure, why not?
Thank you.
Thank
you, sir. Howie Mandel, go ahead.
Fuck you, Dale! Fuck you!
So he has a stupid fucking show, and one I saw was a wedding episode where the guy's setting up a fucking wedding for his wife, and like out of nowhere,
There's a towel behind me this whole time. God damn it. Yeah, wedding show. Sorry.
You know, I don't. Fuck this. Moving on.
Don't get so frustrated. I have a short attention span.
I know. I'm just, you know.
I'm gonna take a pillowcase and fill it full of bars of soap and beat the shit out of you.
Oh, be nice.
All right. You know, the show has just gone off the rails. So if anyone's still listening, I don't even know why.
Stop saying that. Everybody loves us.
I hope so. Oh, speaking of,
people loving us?
Yes. Yes.
You didn't really hear what I just said, did you?
Yeah, but we're talking about people loving us. 2 killed in Wright brothers replica plane crash.
Oh, yeah, okay. I can see how that relates.
Some say history repeats itself, but one attempt to do so fell short
I didn't have
when
that
2
planned.
Ohio men died in a plane crash Saturday, flying the replica of a Wright brother plane. CNN has more. Mitch and Don were highly competent pilots with extensive experience
Are
flying
people
Wright
laughing?
Flyer airplanes and other experimental aircraft. The plane was a copy of a Wright Model B aircraft produced 7 years after the brothers celebrated first powered flight. The National Air and Space Museum credits the Wright brothers with creating the basic design elements all successful airplanes.
Okay, I didn't need a fucking history lesson. I just wanted a goddamn news story. Basically, these 2 assholes.
They're trying to be like Ben Stiller from the Night in the Museum 2. Finding the Wright
God,
brothers.
Oh man, I got dragged to that movie. That movie was a piece of dump.
You saw it in theaters?
Uh-huh.
I watched it at work one day. Twice.
It sucked.
I like how Colonel Mustard was in there.
Which one? Who the fuck?
Colonel Mustard. You don't know who Colonel Mustard is?
I know Colonel Mustard from Clue.
He'd be on... No, wait. Custard, I mean.
Oh, Robin Williams' character?
No, that's Roosevelt.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man!
Dude, it was a fucking shitty movie.
Whatever.
Dude.
Custard.
Stop the radio show, bro.
Oh, man, there's a movie. I don't know if it's getting released in theaters, but I want to watch it. It's called Apollo 18. I don't know if...
Which one's that?
Well...
That's the one that doesn't have Tom Hanks in it.
No, that was Apollo 13.
Could I have an E.T. malt?
No, I don't want to watch that. But
Was
Apollo
that an
18...
advertisement?
Yeah, of course.
We don't advertise on this show. By the way, my sister sells...
correct.
My sister sells electronic cigarettes, Fifth Dimension cigarettes. Please call her Darby Taylor.
Very sexy.
Jesus Christ, these ads are getting longer and longer. But, yeah, Apollo 18, it's the mission that you weren't supposed to know about. Officially, damn it. In the years following, there was unconfirmed intelligence of an 18th mission. No evidence has ever been found. Until now. The following footage has not been altered or enhanced.
Loud and clear. Take her down. Here we go, Ben. You ready? I sure am.
Astronauts on the moon, everything's going fine.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Only 12 guys have seen this view.
Day 1, DOD mission report.
I gotta document this. Nate said he never snores in his sleep. Now I got proof.
Houston, how does the motion sensor work?
Yeah? Yeah.
We've been experiencing unexplained malfunctions.
That looks awesome.
Flag's gone.
I'm sold.
Yeah. I don't know if I believe it, but, you know, I'm definitely going to see it because I like that kind of stuff.
That's total horseshit.
Yeah.
Restoring communication needs to be priority 1. Without that, we're not going home.
What the hell's going on?
Looks like the hull's insulation is damaged.
Yeah, people just don't talk like that, you know? But I don't know very many astronauts, so
No, I've never
maybe
met
all
one.
their conversations are really dramatic.
I don't think there really are anymore.
Out there.
Astronauts?
Yeah, NASA's kind of shut down.
Spreading.
Dude, once you're an astronaut, you're always an astronaut.
This is Apollo 18.
Well, I'm just saying, active.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
Anyone, please. Something else out here.
Now, would a body decay on the moon?
I don't know.
That's the real question. Apollo 18.
It'd probably like freeze dry or something like that.
Like mummify, almost?
Well, if it... I mean... Wouldn't the vacuum, like...
I like how we're talking like we actually know anything about this.
No, I don't know too much about physics, but I'm sure if your helmet cracked, the vacuum of space would basically make you implode and create a new black hole. And
Precisely.
anybody around you would get sucked into the black hole. And then you...
Thus creating
you go
a
into
flux capacitor-like syndrome.
Exactly. From that point, you enter Mario Land.
Mm-hmm. Through a various tube of some sort. Most likely green, but there are other colors occasionally.
There's
Sometimes
a yellow tube, and there are Yoshis.
there are Yoshis. Sometimes there are Venus flytrap-like plant life, fauna.
They come out of the tubes?
Mm-hmm. You have to be careful for those.
I like how we finish each other's sentences.
Uh-huh. Well,
We're on the same page, I guess.
We're meant to do this.
Mm-hmm.
We're born to be on the radio, which we're not. But what was the last thing that Jesus popped up into? You know how he likes to just...
It was toast, right? We were talking about toast?
No, I don't think it was toast. What was it?
Oh, it was a receipt.
Yeah, it was a receipt. Well, dude, JC's back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he is back. And this, if the receipt wasn't enough, this is concrete proof.
All right.
A vine on pole resembles Jesus on the cross. And Frank, if you want to take a look at this, we will post this on our Facebook page so everyone can see the glory that is JC.
There he is.
There he is. Don Taylor.
I don't see who else it could be. Or what he would be doing up there.
Yeah, that would just be silly.
It's not like thousands of people were crucified.
No, not at all. It's probably just some guy named Ned. Don Taylor snapped this photo in Littleton, Colorado. He says it resembles Jesus Christ on the cross. I am a non-religious individual, but this struck me, he told 7 News. And it was right across from a church, which I thought was really interesting. So what do you make of this?
I don't know, man.
What are your thoughts? I like Cookie Monster commented a week ago. He says, "Oh no, who crucified the Green Man?"
Can we friend request this Cookie Monster?
Betsy says, "It's Swamp Thing."
It looks like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Swamp Thing.
That's what that is?
Yeah. It's quite handsome.
Why don't you just name the movie Swamp Thing?
Because Creature from the Black Lagoon, rolls off the tongue a little more.
Yeah, right.
Lord, we just ask to be covered with the blood of Jesus. Open hearts, Lord. Open hearts.
Ugh.
There we go.
That's disgusting.
Do you want to go back to the chanting?
No.
Oh,
what
man.
else you got over there?
What else do I have? Well, everyone knows the Leaning Tower of Pisa, correct?
Mm-mm.
You don't know the Leaning Tower of Pisa?
Yes, I know the Pisa Tower.
Well, if you watch the Goofy movie, you might know of it as the Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
No, bro. Oh.
Well, you know how you go to Spencer's? You know, Spencer's are a novelty store, perhaps?
Uh-huh. I know of it.
What's kind of a reoccurring theme for those kind of places?
Nudity.
What kind of nudity? Come on, man, think.
Penises?
You're correct.
Are in there. Staring you right in the face.
Well. That's not what I had in mind.
What is this?
I don't know.
Is this a good...
Okay, I like this. Well. Pisa banned penis-themed Leaning Tower trinkets.
End of story.
No, it's a. Oh, what happened? Yeah, so, what's this? I don't know what this is, but I kind of like it. Well, let's give it a chance, guys.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, no. No.
Wait, it was just getting good.
No. I'm going, best Italian song ever. I'll be the... Alright, I like this. So, more than 1 million people visit the Leaning Tower of Pisa each year. Some climb it, others get their pictures taken, propping up the 800-year-old slumping building. And according to Pisa's mayor, far too many shops around the Tuscan treasure sell erotic-themed souvenirs featuring the tower, Michelangelo's David, you know what I'm talking about, and other attractions. You know, this is not what...
It's a funny choice of words.
So, do you think that the mayor should be banning such erotic trinkets?
That's not very constitutional, but then again, it's
not America.
It ain't America.
It will never be America.
No, sir. No, sir. You really like this one, don't you?
That's the best I could find.
I don't think it's Italian, is it?
Yeah. It says it's Italian. It's got to be.
Alright.
I mean, Olive Garden says it's Italian. It must be.
Yeah.
The novelty items show up everywhere. In an episode of the season's Jersey Shore, for example, Gina Cortez was featured wearing an apron showing all of Michelangelo's David.
Wait, that's not bad. Like, that's like that priest that went around and when the Roman Catholic Church was all oppressive, he walked around all the art sculptures with dicks and stuff, and he just took a hammer and knocked all the dicks off of them. Because he's like, no, we can't show that.
No.
Human beings, they just try to oppress their animalia, you know?
Exactly. Now check this out. Now, vendors in Pisa caught selling erotic souvenirs such as underwear with the famous tower posed as a penis and aprons highlighting David's genitalia can face up fines up to $700.
Wow. They need another, what are those things called? Renaissance? They need one of those.
They just need to wipe everything off.
Yeah, you know.
Mayor Marco Filippeschi. I don't know how to pronounce foreign names. It's Mayor Marco. We're gonna call
your best.
Mayor Marco. That's what we're gonna call him.
Mr. M.
Mayor Marco F. calls the souvenirs trashy, and not the image the city wants.
You know, the only image they're producing is the mayor reluctant to accept things.
Yeah, he just looks like a douche at this point.
Oh, sweet. Coop just texted me.
What's Coop doing?
Coop passed his paramedic test.
Congrats, Coop.
Oh, man.
Does he listen to this?
I don't think so. Let's call him up and congratulate him.
I don't know if I have that cord around.
Where is that special cord that we hook our iPhones into?
I don't know.
Is it that thing on the ground? That yellow, red, black thing?
No.
Looks sort of like a German flag.
No. Frank, I'm gonna take the mic.
I'll woo this mic. He's probably like calling everybody he knows and telling them that he passed. I'm sure he got like a 90 something on it. I got an 81. I barely passed mine. Oh well, I guess we're not gonna call him. We'll call him later after the show's over. Well, by me, I mean me.
Well, I mean that's reassuring about your paramedic score.
Hey man, you know what you know what you call a paramedic who gets an 81 on
Paramedic.
a paramedic. That's what you call them.
Well, that is true. Man, it's good to be back, folks.
Oh yeah, sorry about the wait and everything. I mean, last week was just
You know, and Jeremiah, you suck. Okay.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick with you, Jeremiah. Not let me be a part of your band.
What's up?
We'll talk about that
later. We'll talk. I'd watch out. So, the world, it's a big place. But it's getting a little crowded, don't you think?
That it is.
I love these segues. I mean, they're just atrocious.
I don't know what one of those is, but
Segue?
I'll agree with you.
It's smoothly transitioning from one topic to the other, which we don't do.
I think we do a pretty good job of it. It's all about shifting gears, man.
Shifting gears, man. We mow them down. You line them up, I mow them down. That's what we do.
All right.
Earth's population to reach 7 billion in 2011.
It's getting a little crowded. Stop making babies, everybody.
It is getting a little crowded.
You know, I saw that movie Children of Men, and I think that, you know, maybe that wouldn't be so bad. You know, nobody's allowed to make babies anymore. I mean, maybe
just do it for like
we
20
need that.
years.
Yeah, just 20 years, you know, just dull it down a little bit.
I mean,
And,
even 10 years. That would make such a huge difference.
All right, think about this. You are a fruit fly in a big fish, a 10-gallon fish tank, and you got maybe one orange in there rotten, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're eating the orange, you know, you're just flying around, you're happy, you know, generations of you go by and you're eating this orange, like every day, a new generation of fruit flies, and then there's just so many, and then you're still in this 10-gallon fish tank, and then all of a sudden, all the fruit fly shit and piss everywhere, and there's not enough orange, and there's just so many goddamn fruit flies everywhere. What happens next, man?
What's gonna happen? Just parasites overrunning the world.
That's right.
Are you calling for a cleansing?
Yes.
That's official. Frank wants a cleansing.
Show me your papers!
Oh, man. We're gonna be put into the white power
Oh man,
category of podcasts.
Yeah, don't do that. I'm
no,
sorry.
I don't think there is a white power.
I don't think
category.
that way, guys. I swear.
We're all fucked. Just stop having children. It would do the world a lot of good.
The only way I think this can get solved is apes start taking over the world.
You know, it's funny. They made a movie about that.
No.
No.
I don't believe it. If they did, they stole it from me. I totally came up with that in 3rd grade.
This phone was inspired by you. You're a dick.
God damn it.
Did that guy just call me a dick? Hey, I'm gonna go grab that last beer.
Yeah, you do that.
Alright, bye.
Yeah. I'll just carry the show in your absence. So, America, if you're still listening to this, this is me meander. Fuck. I'm trying to fill time. My Frank gets another alcoholic beverage, and he's back. So I guess that wasn't that bad. Just in time.
I'm back.
Around the globe. You know, I thought it was going to be a news story. It's just stupid text popping up. But it says in 1800, the world's population was 1 billion.
Dude, I'm gonna have to get some new earphones.
I mean, we could always switch.
They're just so small.
I figure.
Like, well, it's my left ear in particular. I'm not the most symmetrical person.
Mm.
I think one of my ears is bigger than the other.
This is a giant cock.
It's not cool, Devin.
Wow. There's a lot of people in the world.
What were you talking about?
Nothing.
Of
course I wasn't talking about fucking anything.
Oh, you were talking about the people?
No, I was talking about me
The
just
dudes.
filling time while you get a drink.
You shouldn't talk about filling time when you're doing that.
Like we are now.
Well, we were
We just bought like 2 minutes, man.
inadvertently filling time. I don't know. Anyway, lots of people. People everywhere pooping in the toilets, and they're flushing it, the poop down the toilet.
Looks like history's repeating itself.
You finally got it to work.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. So, I know.
Yeah, history repeats itself every morning for me. Where you get up and poop in the toilet and flush it down.
Poop, yes. Yes, poop.
God, I love talking about poop. Anyway, go ahead.
You could have your own show just about that.
I might, if I had all this fancy equipment.
Which I barely know how to use. Yeah. And this is the part where we peter out.
Yeah. You know what song I think we should listen to while we end the show? Is Riot Squad. Just in the name of the guy who called the 911 asking for the Riot Squad.
Just for him?
Yeah.
See,
play that clip again where it's like...
Okay. Let me find it.
Oh, man. Look, you are a mess, dude.
I'm not.
You are? You're like... You need to get organized or I'm not coming over anymore.
On day one of the fair.
They pounding all the cars, 7 other cars.
That's
They
not
just
the
opened
one.
The door and pounded my friend in the face.
My mom just got like attacked.
That's
by a
not the
black
guy
cat,
either.
And her eye is like
It's still entertaining.
bleeding all over.
I'm fucking bleeding all over.
See a racially motivated melee.
All bunch of black dudes that just jumped me. I'm bleeding all over.
There's a black on white fight in the middle of the street.
We saw black guys get out of a car with a gun, and they're going out jumping people. We need some cops out here.
It had to have been absolutely terrifying, and there's really no excuse.
Arno Michaels understands all too well the hate-driven mob mentality as a former leader of Milwaukee's White Power movement more than 20 years ago.
When I was I routinely attack people because of the color of their skin.
These days, Michaels helps young people and anyone who will listen.
Hate and violence begets hate and violence.
Michaels warned.
Alright, let's finish this up.
Alright.
Well, hopefully... I think we started strong. Once again, we end weak.
Oh, man.
But that's the spirit of Pretend Radio.
Well, I'm drunk.
Alright guys, it's another episode of Pretend Radio. Check us out at facebook.com/pretendradio. Also, find us on iTunes.
iTunes, everybody.
Subscribe.
It's there.
Please give us a rating. A good rating. Don't be a dick, okay?
Listen to us in your car on the way to work.
Yeah, you can listen to us anywhere now. But give us a rating. Subscribe. A review. It really helps, man. So,
I'm gonna find you, CJ. Find you.
Motherfuckers. But, alright, man. We're out of here. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.